You may be seated. Good evening, everyone. Parents, family members, guests, welcome. We are delighted to have you at our 2018 Rossi Intermediate School last Roadrunner 8th grade award ceremony. Thank you for coming out to support our 8th graders as they're recognized this evening for their accomplishments. Some of you may know that I came here to Rossi School only 8 short years ago after teaching math at Vineland High School for 22 years. One of the things that I appreciate most about being the educational leader of a middle school is watching our students grow from young children into confident young men and women. It has been a pleasure to spend the last 3 years watching you grow into young adults ready to meet the challenges that face you ahead. I would like to take this opportunity to congratulate you on your success at Rossi School. I am so very proud of your contributions to our school and our community. In September, you were challenged to step up as role models and leaders for the younger students in our school. You not only accepted that challenge, but exceeded all of our expectations. You overcame social and academic challenges and emerged successful 8th graders, ready to take charge of your future. As you reflect back on your time here at Rossi School, I hope you will remember the friends you made, as well as your many accomplishments. I feel very fortunate to be a part of this Rossi School family. Best wishes as you move on to achieve your educational goals. I'm confident that the education you received here at Anthony Rossi School has prepared you to do well in all of your endeavors. You are truly on the road to success. As you move on, I encourage you to take advantage of every opportunity that is ahead of you. This is your time to shine. The next 4 years will undoubtedly pass for you as quickly as the last 3. Stay focused on your goals and dreams, and you will achieve them. Before we begin our program this evening, I would like to take a moment to recognize our teachers and support staff members for their hard work and dedication to our students. Thank you. I would also like to recognize all of our parents and family members. as it is only with your support and encouragement that your children can achieve their goals. It has been a pleasure and a privilege to work with an outstanding group of students, parents, faculty, and staff. So big round of applause for our parents and family members. At this time, I would like to invite our Safety Patrol Captain, Aaliyah Pacheco, up to the podium. She will lead us in the flag salute. While she's coming up, I want to take a moment to thank a certain group of people. Mrs. Ellison, Mrs. Curcio, and the students of A2 noticed that our flag was in need of replacement, and they took action. The class did some research about the American flag and flag etiquette. They led a fundraiser and purchased this beautiful new flag for our school. They are also taking the initiative to properly put to rest our former flag. So at this time, I ask that you stand, and Aaliyah Pacheco will lead us in the flag salute. Go ahead. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. At this time, I would like to invite Mrs. Renee Carfagno, our social studies teacher for grade 8, to the podium.
NJHS is a prestigious club organization. In order for you to be in NJHS, National Junior Honor Society, you would have had to have all A's and B's, an 86 or above average, all 4 marking periods in 7th grade. Once you have completed that, it allows you to be eligible. You have to maintain all those grades in 8th grade as well, in addition to finishing 40 hours of community service. So everybody tonight who's wearing the cords, the blue and the white cords, and for our captain and our president, she has the gold cords, they all are NJHS members. I would like to please call Aaliyah Pacheco up. She will be giving the class recognition.
Good evening, family, friends, and administration. It is truly an honor to be speaking on behalf of this remarkable 8th grade class. Every year since 6th grade, we have been asked, what are our goals this year? Afterwards, we list our goals and somehow, without even knowing, we accomplish them. Those goals are what kept us going. Those goals are what led us to this moment. We have been guided down this path to better our future. Tonight's awards ceremony symbolizes growth and accomplishment. Not only have we grown physically, but also mentally. The knowledge our mind has retained from the past 3 years is incredible. The morals we have been taught, the lessons we have followed, and the mistakes we have made molded us into the people we are now. Some of us stepped into Rossi Intermediate School as 6th graders or entered either 7th or 8th grade year. Middle school remains to be one of the toughest challenges as adolescents. Luckily, our loved ones and teachers gave us the ability to take advantage of our middle school years. We were given the opportunity to expand our knowledge. We were given the opportunity to step outside of our comfort zone. We were given the opportunity to walk through this chapter of our lives with the people we became close to. We were handed the right to confide in any adult in school without question. Rossi's road to success has helped raise us to this very moment. The moment where we have closure on all the work we have done these past years. This closure not only ends one chapter in our life, but sparks a new one, high school. Our loved ones and our teachers showed us how to discern right from wrong and how to handle any obstacle hurdling our way. By the end of our 8th grade year, we have successfully formed new friendships and, most importantly, healthy relationships with the staff in this school. Our persistence and hard work is paying off and leads to this night. We are now moving up, not just in school, but in life as well. This award ceremony symbolizes that we are forming into young adults who will have their first job and will start driving a car. We are becoming those people that we dreamed to be as kids. We are becoming our future selves faster than expected, and it is truly a beautiful experience. The best part is seeing ourselves grow and seeing ourselves become the person we have always wanted to be. One of our biggest obstacles is ourselves. We had to learn how to control our weaknesses and fears to overcome the toughest moments throughout our middle school years. We stand here today because we accomplished just that. The beauty of all of this is that our Rossi bond will never be forgotten. No matter where we go, no matter where we are, we will always be able to think back and remember all of the friends, staff, and family members who contributed in our success. Without these positive examples in our lives, none of this would be possible. It has undeniably been a privilege to call Rossi my second home. To have more people I can rely on when needed is a blessing. The constant support given to us as Rossi students is remarkable. I cannot be happier to call everyone here in Rossi my second family. With that said, our full appreciation and gratitude goes to the school that has made us who we are, and to our biggest support system, our parents. Without our parents, we would not be who we are either. Our parents have supported us and held our weight for years, and there are no words to describe their unconditional love. Now, we are able to make them proud by walking across the stage with dignity and our heads held high. We are ready to embark on our high school journey with the tools we have learned from Rossi. Everyone should be very proud of what they have accomplished. Now that we are going our separate ways, I would like to say congratulations to all my fellow classmates who are graduating as the last class of Rossi Intermediate School, and I wish you all good luck in high school. We will always keep our memories from Rossi. Thank you.
Very nice, thank you. This evening, we have the pleasure of a very distinguished guest with us on stage. We have our city councilman, Mr. Ronald Franceschini, who also joins us tonight as the proud parent of one of our 8th graders, Annalisa. Can you please give Mr. Franceschini a big round of applause? I would also like to take a moment to recognize another distinguished guest who just happens to not be on the stage with us, but I'm going to ask her to stand. This is Valerie Vestano. She is our PTO president and has done so much to build our PTO over the years. Thank you. I want to thank you both and all of you for taking the time out of your busy schedule to join us this evening. At this time, I would like to bring forward Mr. Sullivan, our assistant principal, and Mrs. Koya, our grade 8 community leader, to the podium, and science teacher to the podium to recognize our merit and participation award winners.
This morning we held our 8th grade community award ceremony where we recognized the students who earned the most improved and honorable mention. All students who received these awards, please stand to be recognized when your group is called. Most improved language arts, please stand. Most improved math, please stand. Most improved science, please stand. Most improved social studies, please stand. Honorable mention language arts, please stand. Honorable mention math, please stand. Honorable mention science, please stand. Honorable mention social studies, please stand. Honorable mention physical education, please stand. Honorable mention health, please stand. Honorable mention art, please stand. Honorable mention world language and culture, please stand. Honorable mention STEM, please stand. And last honorable mention, music, please stand.
Next, we'll recognize the students that participated in extracurricular and after-school activities. It's the same format. I'll announce the activity, ask you to stand, and then be seated. So you'll stand as a group. First group is morning announcements. Please stand. Next group is baseball and softball. Basketball. The Diversity Club. The Drama Club. Flag football. Our school climate team. Soccer. Stage crew. String ensemble. Participants in our talent show. Yearbook staff. Youth to Youth and Just Say No. The Interact Club. And Sign Language Club. Thank you.
Next, I would like to bring up to the podium Mr. Sullivan and Mrs. Killes. And they will be announcing our recognition of outstanding participation.
We're going to recognize students who received recognition this morning at the Community Awards ceremony. These individuals will stand at their seat and be recognized individually. First group is band. Morgan Allen, Ashley Dinshaw, David Farside, Annalisa Franceschini, Aiden Greco, Ty Hammer, Laura Lynn Hayes, Dominic Lopergolo, Lily Maines, Angelina Monero, Amanda McKeon, Ashton Matola, Jace Quiles, Kendall Rivers, Ariana Santiago, and Michael Seda. Next group is the Rossi Safety Patrol. Again, please stand at your seat. Morgan Allen, Juliana Carter, Zane Chaudhry, Julia Duquette, Jeffrey Dutra, Dominic Farside, Annalisa Franceschini, Gianna Gentile, Dennis Groshev, Elizaveta Culpin, Dominic Lopergolo, Angelina Monero, Amanda McKeon, Jessica Navarrete, Matthew Neary, Captain Aaliyah Pacheco, Prachi Patel, Aaron Pritchett, Jace Quiles, Maria Jose Rivera, Kendall Rivers, April Robledo, Sergeant Gianna Rashika, Ryan Russo, Lieutenant Michael Seda, Justin Shee, Nicole Stanker, and Sergeant Jasmari Vidro. The next group is the student leaders. Zane Chaudhry, Mariellis Cortez, Enzo Descalzi, Julia Duquette, Rohit Dutta, Annalisa Franceschini, Dennis Groshev, Carly Herman, Elizaveta Culpin, Dominic Lopergolo, Angelina Monero, Michael Mercado, Elijah Oglesby, Aaliyah Pacheco, Jace Quiles, Zachary Ragukas, Kiana Rivera, Nyla Rivera, Kendall Rivers, Alex Rodriguez, Gianna Rashika, Nicole Stanker, Kate Stockbridge, Frank Torres, Jasmari Vidro, and Elias Worrell, student leaders.
The next group is the American Citizenship Awards, and again, we'll ask each student to stand as their name's called. It's students who participated in school activities, were helpful, and demonstrated good behavior. Zane Chaudhry, Dominic Farside, Angelina Franceschini, Gianna Gentile, Dennis Groshev, Jada Holt, Elizaveta Culpin, Lily Maines, Angelina Monero, Michael Mercado, Yamira Munez, Aaron Pritchett, Jace Quiles, Nyla Rivera, April Robledo, Gianna Rashika, Ryan Russo, Michael Seda, Lahana Singh, Frank Torres, Jasmari Vidro, Dejane Yeoman, Alexander Zarate, and Betsy Zapata. Thank you. Next group is the members of the National Junior Honor Society, and as Mrs. Carfagno stated, they're wearing cords tonight. Enzo Descalzi, Julia Duquette, Dominic Lopergolo, Angelina Monero, Michael Mercado, Aaliyah Pacheco, the president, Prachi Patel, Aaron Pritchett, Gabriella Ryland, Alex Rodriguez, Gianna Rashika, Ryan Russo, Michael Seda, Nicole Stanker, Kate Stockbridge, and Jasmari Vidro. The next is perfect attendance, no lates or absences to school. Kimberly Bautista and Jasmari Vidro. And finally, VAMP, which is the District Middle School Play for Outstanding Participation, Lily Maines.
At this time, I would like to call Miss Kelly Stipes up to the podium for the Alexa Strittmatter Youth to Youth Scholarship presentation.
I'm going to ask that Mrs. Strittmatter join me. Thank you very much for doing this with me. Good evening. I'm very honored to be here tonight along with Mrs. Strittmatter, the mother of Alexa Strittmatter, to present the Alexa Strittmatter Youth to Youth Conference Scholarship. The sudden and tragic loss of Alexa in the fall of 2013 is still very painful, and we are extremely grateful to her family for making this scholarship to honor Alexa. Alexa attended Rossi School in grades 6 through 8. During her time here, she excelled academically and in art. She was outgoing, spunky, kind, and caring. I had the privilege of working with her when she joined Youth to Youth in 7th grade. Rossi Youth to Youth is our drug and violence prevention program, which is modeled after the Youth to Youth International's program and focuses on empowering youth to make drug and violence-free choices. Alexa jumped right in and became an involved, dedicated, and hardworking member. The program promotes tolerance and respect of all and encourages teens to support each other in making good choices. This was Alexa's strength. We could count on her to make sure everyone felt included. If there was someone sitting alone, I would not even have to ask her to go and sit with that student. She would already be on it. Even with the drama that sometimes ensues with middle school friendships, Alexa had the ability to help her friends, but yet not take sides or create drama. Alexa was a great representation of the Youth to Youth program and the spirit behind it. It is a program that reminds us all never to underestimate the power of youth. I know firsthand by working with our Youth to Youth members how smart and strong they can be and what great work can be accomplished. Youth to Youth International holds an Eastern States Leadership Conference every summer in Rhode Island. This conference is an amazing experience for our students to join with other youth from the East Coast in grades 7 through 12 to gain ideas and learn skills to bring back to Rossi and their community. Alexa loved going to conference, meeting new friends, attending the workshops, and learning new things. Because of the generosity of the Strittmatter family, along with the Rossi Youth to Youth Just Say No Club, we were able to present one of our 8th grade members with a scholarship to attend this summer. This year's recipient is a Youth to Youth member who has come a long way in our program. She embraces the meaning of Youth to Youth and is caring and compassionate towards others. I'm looking forward to her experiencing conference and challenge her to continue to be a positive force amidst her peers. At this time, I would like to present the Alexa Strittmatter Youth to Youth Conference Scholarship to Erin Pritchett. It's on the table. Oh, yeah. I forgot to grab it. Thank you.
At this time, I'd like to invite Mrs. Quiles, as well as Jace Quiles, our National Junior Honor Society treasurer, up to the podium for the Aisha Lopez NJHS donation presentation.
I'd like to invite Aisha's mom, Ms. Rentas, up with me, please. She's right here. She's right here. She's gonna receive Aisha Lopez passed away suddenly in the summer of 2015, not long after she attended her grade 8 promotional ceremony. She left behind a legacy of kindness and community involvement that her mother and our school would like to honor. During the 3 years Aisha attended Rossi, she was involved in the NJHS, the Interact Club, Youth to Youth, and the String Ensemble. Aisha participated in many community service projects through her involvement in these activities and on her own time. Over the past years, Aisha's mother reached out to the community in a desire to continue Aisha's legacy. The donations she received will be used for community service projects and other activities organized by our NJHS. Ms. Rentas is with us this evening to present a donation of $300 to our Rossi NJHS to help them continue their community efforts in memory of her daughter, Aisha. We would like to take this time to thank Ms. Rentas and her family for their generous donation to our NJHS in memory of her daughter, my student, Aisha.
Anthony Rossi Intermediate School Band, under the direction of Mr. Ken Schultz, recently traveled to Williamsburg, Virginia to compete in the World Strides Music Festival. The Rossi School Concert Band emerged with a silver rating, second place in the highly competitive middle school division. The percussion ensemble received a gold rating, the highest possible. The students are judged and critiqued based on the highest of musical standards, regardless of their level and age. Congratulations to the Rossi Band musicians for representing our school and our community, both in music and in integrity. And now, our award-winning Rossi Band will now play a selection for us. My Shot, Words and Lyrics by Lin-Manuel Miranda, arrangement by Michael Brown.
Word I try
I have to say, in 8 years, I think that's my favorite one. Very nice. And they are all good, too. And now I'd like to call Mrs. Colleen Forsanito and Mr. Larry Simonini, two of our wonderful phys ed teachers, to the podium for Presidential Academic Awards presentations.
Good evening, everyone. The first award we'll be presenting is the Presidential Award for Educational Improvement. The Presidential Award for Educational Improvement is awarded to those students who demonstrated outstanding educational growth, improvement, commitment, or intellectual development in their academic subjects. This award is meant to encourage and reward students who work hard and give their best effort in school, often in the face of special obstacles to learning. Here, I'll give it to you. Zachary Brown. Malachi Forrest. Jada Holt. Elijah Oglesby. Michaela Vicente. And Deshanae Yeoman. Congratulations to those students. The next award we'll be presenting is the Presidential Award for Educational Excellence. This award is presented to those students who achieved educational excellence as determined by a minimum GPA of 90 or better from grades 5 through the fall semester of grade 8 and achieved the 85th percentile in math or reading on their standardized test. This award was established to encourage students to achieve high academic standards. Morgan Allen. Kimberly Batista. Annalisa Franceschini. Angelina Monero. Aaliyah Pacheco. Aaron Pritchett. Jace Quiles. Ryan Russo. And Jesmari Vidro. Congratulations to those students and all our graduates tonight.
And now we're going to move on to our most outstanding 8th grader awards. And Mr. Sullivan will join me to help with the distribution of the awards. These awards will be presented to the 8th grade students who have demonstrated the most outstanding achievement in each subject based on the highest average as well as outstanding effort and citizenship. Ready? Okay. Outstanding achievement in art. Elizaveta Colpin. So that's some music. Okay, we're in order. We're good. Okay. Congratulations. Outstanding achievement in music. Dennis Groshev. Outstanding achievement in world language, Maria Jose Rivera. Outstanding achievement in STEM, which is science, technology, engineering, and mathematics, Angelina Mainero. Just wait. Outstanding achievement in health, Angelina Mainero. Congratulations.
Oh, Angelina.
Oh, Angelina, hang on, don't leave.
Oh, wait, there's more.
Oh, wait.
Okay.
Outstanding achievement in language arts, Angelina Mainero.
Okay.
Okay. Outstanding achievement in math, Aaron Pritchett. Congratulations. Outstanding achievement in science, Ryan Russo. Congratulations. So we have some students with us who have not only taken the regular accelerated program, but accelerated beyond that. And they are now taking courses at Vineland High School for honors geometry and honors biology. So before we announce the highest average in those areas, I would like to have Jace Killes, Angelina Monero, Justin Shee, and Annalisa Franceschini, please stand and be recognized. And now I would like to bring up the highest average outstanding performance in honors geometry and honors biology, Angelina Mainero. Come on up. Congratulations. We'll have to get you some assistance to carry all that stuff home. Next, I want to introduce, again, Mrs. Renee Carfagno, who is one of our wonderful social studies teachers in grade 8, who she will present the Lawrence Ritchie Social Studies Award.
The Lawrence Ritchie Award is presented to an 8th grade student with the highest social studies average for the year in honor of Mr. Lawrence Ritchie. Mr. Ritchie started teaching in 1975 and came to Rossi School in 1981 as a social studies teacher. In 1993, when he became the vice principal, he also served as principal of Rossi for 5 years until he retired until 2010. This year, the Lawrence Ritchie Social Studies Award goes to Jasmati Vitra.
Congratulations. And now Mrs. Forsanito will come up to the podium to introduce the Lawrence A. Aldrich Phys Ed Award.
Thank you, Mrs. Monahan. You can all relax. I'm not going to teach a sex ed lesson tonight. They are prepared parents for high school. On behalf of the Phys Ed department, it is my honor to give out the Larry Aldrich Award. I know many of our 8th grade graduates here tonight are probably wondering, who is he? Mr. Aldrich was a Phys Ed teacher that I had the privilege of working with for over 10 years in this gym. I was in the beginning of my career and Larry was at the end of his. Mr. Aldrich was a 1953 graduate of Vineland High School and an outstanding 3 varsity letter athlete. While at VHS, he excelled in football, basketball, and track and was the recipient of the Jim Thorpe Award for Excellence in Athletics in high school. Larry won 2 athletic scholarships in both football and basketball and attended the University of Idaho. While in college, he was selected as an NCAA All-American Football and Track and Field star. He was selected and played in the College Football All-Star Game in the Hula Bowl. Upon graduating college, he was inducted into the University of Idaho's Athletic Hall of Fame. Larry came from a very humble Italian background and was the pride of his Center City neighborhood. And upon graduating in 1958 from college, he was drafted and played professional football for the Pittsburgh Steelers. In the beginning of his over 30-year teaching career in the Vineland Public Schools, he worked at Landis Junior High School, as it was called back then, and he coached various sports and taught physical education. He also was the distinction and had the distinction of being the first head boys varsity basketball coach for Delsea Regional High School. He was inducted posthumously into the Vineland High School Sports Hall of Fame in the year 2000, and his plaque and picture can be viewed at Vineland High School South Gymnasium. Mr. Aldrich was a very tall, imposing figure of a man. He never yelled, but had a very deep voice, and he knew how to control and discipline students, and no one gave him attitude, as they say today. He was old school, and he expected every student to follow the rules. His very presence commanded respect. Upon getting to know him, and especially working with him, Larry was truly a gentle giant and a quiet, generous gentleman. He was a practical joker, and many of his pranks are still legend today, including the time he stole another teacher's desk, put it on the back of his truck, and watched for several days as everyone searched for it. Like the recipient of this award tonight, Larry was a talented athlete and humble man. I never heard him boast of his athletic accomplishments, and I did not find out any of his athletic endeavors until after he retired. He would not have liked knowing that an award was named in his honor because of his humility, and we often debated giving out awards to students. Larry always felt that in honoring one student, there would be too many other deserving students that would be overlooked. I really did not understand that philosophy at the time, but I do now that I am ending my career. There were several deserving students who fit the criteria for tonight's award from this last 8th grade class to graduate from Rossi Intermediate School. This year's honorees stood out, especially for their sportsmanship, leadership, and citizenship. They were the type of student that volunteered to help in any capacity, be it setting up equipment in the gym, encouraging their classmates to always try their personal best, and volunteering to help wherever needed. They were always a humble winner and a gracious loser, and understood that sports doesn't build character, it reveals it. They have been a positive role model all 3 years here at Rossi, both academically and athletically. So, for the very last time, on behalf of the Phys Ed department, Mrs. Nancy Ewell, Mr. Brian Buglio, Mr. Larry Simonini, it is my pleasure to announce the 2018 Larry Aldridge Outstanding PE Award to Michael Mercado.
And now Mr. Schultz will come to the podium for the Stacy Buckaloo Instrumental Award.
Awesome. Yeah, let me hold the certificate. Good evening and congratulations, 8th graders. On behalf of myself and Mr. Nieder, it is an honor and a privilege to give this award. Stacy Buckaloo was a student here before my time, so many years ago. And most of all, as she was a string player, a violin player, she had a love of music that went through everything she did. Whether she was in class singing along, making up songs while the teacher was trying to teach, or her walking the hallways, you always knew that the love of music was the big thing in her life. Unfortunately, her 8th grade graduation was the last graduation she made it to. So when you leave tonight, my message to you is to make every day count. On behalf of myself and Mr. Nieder, it is my privilege to give the Stacy Buckaloo Award to Dennis Groshev. So now we're going to take a little break from the program because I think this being the last graduation ceremony that's going to be held at Rossi, I think there's one more person that needs to be recognized for all they do for the school and the staff. So I'd like to call Ms. Vistano up to the stage.
Hello, and welcome to the 2018 8th grade graduation. My name is Valerie Vastano, and I have served as the PTO president here at Rossi School for the past several years. My son Shane and Luke graduated from this school, and it has been my pleasure to serve as your PTO president. Tonight we have a special award to present. A couple months ago, I approached Mr. Schultz and asked him to help me figure out how to honor someone very special this evening. And as usual, he was all in. Mrs. Monahan has been the principal here at Rossi School since 2011. She has shown us what hard work and dedication can achieve. For those of you who have not had much contact with her throughout the years, let me tell you a little bit about her. She does not raise her voice, but yet gets the respect she so deserves. Everything she does is for the well-being of the staff and children of this school. The children here are not afraid to enter her office. She will always give them the chance to talk, and she will make time for them, even if it's in the middle of a meeting. As the school year comes to an end, another change is in store for this amazing school. We, the students and staff, both past and present, would like to present this plaque to be displayed here at Rossi School to my friend and your principal for her dedication and support of all the students and staff of Anthony Rossi Intermediate School. Thank you.
That is so beautiful. Look at this. Look at that. That's beautiful. Look. Very unexpected. Thank you so much. This is so beautiful. Thank you. I don't even know what to say. I guess thank you is all I can say. That was so nice. Thank you. I really appreciate it. Thank you. Wow. Now I don't remember where I left off in the program, but thank you. Okay. At this time, I want to bring Mrs. Renee Carfagno And Mr. John D'Alessandro, is he here today? Up to the podium for the Michael D'Alessandro Award for NJHS.
I will speak. Yeah. Do you want to hold this? Nelson Mandela said, "What counts in life is not the mere fact that we have lived. It is what difference we have made to the lives of others that will determine the significance of the life we lead." The next award this evening exemplifies this quote. The Michael D'Alessandro Award is presented to an 8th grade student who has displayed school and community leadership. Originating in 1995, this award was consistently given to an outstanding member of Student Council. Since 2008, the Michael D'Alessandro Award has been presented to a member of the National Junior Honor Society who has demonstrated exceptional student leadership and community involvement. I would now like to have Mrs. D'Alessandro present this award on behalf of her son, Michael. This year, the recipient of this Michael D'Alessandro Award goes to Ryan Russo. Ryan has completed over 80 hours of community service in addition to maintaining his high academics. Congratulations, Ryan.
I represent the two of us. My husband John is in the audience, and we would wish to thank all responsible for awarding this year after year to a worthy student in memory of our son Michael. It has truly been an honor for him to have been remembered in this way, and we would like you to know we appreciate it more than words can say. I think it is noteworthy to mention that Michael was a member of the first 8th grade class to hold an award ceremony here at Rossi. And now here we are 34 years later at the very last graduation ceremony from Rossi. We'd also like to congratulate the graduates of the class of 2018 and wish you all the best as you begin a new chapter in your lives. Life is full of challenges, and very soon you will encounter new ones as you enter high school. Don't be afraid. It will not be as difficult as you may think. If you were successful here at Rossi and stay the course, you will do well in high school. If you think you could have done better, now is the chance to redeem yourself. Once there, get to know your teachers and be brave enough to ask for help if needed. Keep reading and writing. Study every day. Trust yourself and believe. And most importantly, always remember, the tassel is worth the hassle. Congratulations.
I'd like to invite Mrs. Nicole Shenik and Mrs. Antonio Toro to the stage for the Anthony Toro Special Award this evening.
Good evening and congratulations students, families, and friends. The Anthony Toro Award is named in honor of Anthony, a former Rossi student. This award is presented to a student who displays persistent effort, motivation, willingness to cooperate, outstanding behavior, and maintains at least 90% attendance. Although I did not have the privilege of knowing Anthony, I have had the privilege of sharing the stage for many years with Mrs. Toro. That said, it is my pleasure to introduce now Mrs. Toro.
Good evening, parents, students, and the Rossi staff. Every year for 24 years, I get invited to share this special day with you, which is an honor for my husband and I. My son, Anthony, passed away in February 1994 at the age of 14. At the age of 6, he was diagnosed with leukemia and was given extensive chemo and radiation therapy. Although he went into remission and did well for some time, he then developed a brain tumor at the age of 12. The tumor was removed and did well for 2 years. However, at the age of 14, another brain tumor was found, and sadly, he passed away 9 months later. It was a devastating and heartbreaking loss. Anthony attended Rossi School. He loved school and music. He was loved by everyone. He was a big Michael Jackson fan. Through a teacher here at Rossi School named Mrs. Brenda Jones, along with old friend of mine and other staff members from Rossi School and the Make-A-Wish Foundation, they made it possible for Michael Jackson himself contact Anthony via telephone. This meant the world to my husband and I, since we knew that it made Anthony extremely happy at such a difficult time of his young life. Our daughter was 9 years old when Anthony passed away. She is now 33 years old. She is a traveling nurse. We are very proud of her. And she is our strength. After going through such a devastating loss of our son, I currently work as a security guard at the Vineland High School South. Being around kids have been a great experience for me. It has helped me to deal with my loss. I would like to thank the Rossi staff for keeping my son Anthony's memory alive, and it's an honor for my family and I to present in his memory the Anthony Toro Award for Outstanding Effort to Lahana Singh. Thank you so much.
And now Mrs. Amato will come up for the Eugene P. Lira Award presentation.
Get it, girl. Good evening, parents, and of course our 8th grade student body here in front of me. It is with great pleasure that I get to announce the Eugene P. Lira Excellence in Character Award to one of our deserving 8th grade students. This award is named in honor of Eugene P. Lira, who began his career in Vineland in 1973 as a teacher at Rossi School. He was then appointed assistant principal of Rossi School in 1981 and continued in that position until he became principal in 1993. He retired as principal of Rossi School in 2005. I had the opportunity to be hired by and work with Mr. Lira here at Rossi School, and he embodied the attributes in which the criteria for this Excellence in Character Award is based. This award is given to an 8th grade student who displays kindness to fellow students and staff. They display integrity on a daily basis and make good choices in order to become the best they can be. They respect themselves and others by treating people the way they would want to be treated, and they can be described as responsible, dependable, trustworthy, and reliable. It is my honor to present this year's Eugene P. Lira Excellence in Character Award to Gianna Rashika.
And now our final award for this evening is the Charles J. Schoendorf Jr. Award. This award will be presented to the most outstanding 8th grade student, and this student was selected based on an outstanding student at Rossi School, one who is well-rounded in the areas of academics, athletics, and music, and has achieved an A, or be average in all subjects, including block. This student has demonstrated behaviors of a positive role model, good citizenship, and displays leadership qualities consistently throughout the school year. This student is actively involved in our school activities as well. It is a pleasure to present the Charles J. Schoendorf Jr. Award to Angelina Mainero. And now it's time. We are going to begin the presentation of our 8th grade promotional certificates. So I'd like to invite Mr. Sullivan up to help me with this task. Very exciting. We go. Zanaya Abdullah. Morgan Allen. Michaela Andres. Giovanna Baril. Jaylene Baptiste Maestos. Kimberly Bautista. Luz Bautista Cruz. Fernando Beteta. Alana Broglin. Anaya Brooks. Zachary Brown. Zaira Brown. Jaden Canales. Juliana Carter. Zane Chaudhry. Leilani Colinari. Mary Ellis Cortez. Stephen Crean. Evanice Cruz. Enzo Descalzi. Jake DeSimone. Luke DeSimone. Ashley Dinshaw. Jeremy Ditzel. Angelina Drucker. Olivia Duford. Julia Duquette. Jeffrey Dutra. Rohit Dutta. Lauren Amy. Makai Enos. Alexandra Estrada. David Forsyth. Dominic Farside. Andon Feaster. Alana Fleming. Malachi Forrest. Skylar Folks. And a special presentation, Annalisa Franceschini, by her father and city councilman. Thank you. Justin Fuller. Esmeralda Garcia. Kayla Janata. Rose Garcia. Medeja Garistegi. Gianna Gentile. Justin Gonzalez. Aiden Greco. Dennis Groshev. Ty Hammer. Laura Lynn Hayes. Avion Henry. Carly Herman. Jose Hernandez. Jasmine Hernandez Perez. Jada Holt. Rafael Irizarry. Elijah Jane. Alexis Jones. Cameron Keels. Madeline Klugowitz. Elizaveta Colpin. Shane Latanzi. Dominic Lopergolo. Zuhelis Lugo. Lily Means. Angelina Minero. Joshua Maldonado. Elijah Martinez. Elvin Mateo. Amanda McKeon. Marcus Malcurie. Michael Mercado. Jeremiah Mercado Colon. Ashley Miguel. Eric Montalvo. Alfonso Moore. Sierra Morales. Ashton Matola. Yamira Muniz. Jessica Navarrete. Matthew Neary. Anaya Olivo. Giovanni Ortiz. Emeron Oster. Aaliyah Pacheco. Albert Parker. Manleen Parmer. Prachi Patel. Lorelei Phillips. Zakir Pickett. Raul Pineda. Chloe Price. Aaron Pritchett. Isabella Provenzano. Isabella Quiles. Jace Quiles. Zachary Ragukas. Neftali Ramos. Jose Reyes. Gabriella Ryland. Kiana Rivera. Maria Jose Rivera. Nyla Rivera. Yulitza Rivera. Kendall Rivers. April Robledo. Alex Rodriguez. Gonzalo Rodriguez. Jada Rodriguez. Jaden Roman. Jasmine Roman. Gianmarco Rosado. Devin Ruiz. Gianna Rushika. Ryan Russo. Benna Salim. Myra Sanchez Miranda. Ariana Santiago. Christian Santiago Cruz. Michael Seda. Savannah Shaw. Justin Shee. Jaskarat Singh. Jay Singh. Lahana Singh. I'm sorry, Lahana Singh. Soni Singh. Elijah Sosa. Nicole Stanker. Kate Stockbridge. Rashid Sutherland. Frank Torres. Tanasia Vinay. Michaela Vicente.
Izrati and Zepeda not here. Dacian is your last one.
Jasmari Vidro. Caitlin Woolley. And Dejanae Yeoman. Eighth graders, as you leave Anthony Rossi Intermediate School, you will take with you the good memories you've made, as well as the knowledge that you have gained. I have high expectations for each and every one of you. You are truly on the road to success. Everyone, I present to you our last Roadrunner, last Rossi Intermediate School 8th grade class of 2018 and last graduating class of 2022. I present to you our 8th graders rising to 9th grade. Please stand and be recognized. Congratulations. I wish everyone a wonderful rest of the evening, a very fun summer, and best wishes when you enter high school. That concludes our program this evening. Thank you.